Let me ask you a question. Did you watch SmackDown or Raw or both?
I watched both, yeah.
Okay. What did you think of that? I just thought it was very hard for me to watch with no fans. The interviews were sloppy. I think Austin looked weird, doing it. What was going on? Go ahead. Tell me.
That's what it is. I think that we've learned that pro wrestling in an empty arena can be entertaining for about 5 or 6 minutes, but it's pretty hard to spread that over 2 or 3 hours. And I think that's one of the reasons why they, aired the whole Royal Rumble to take up an hour and a half last night. And they actually did very well in the ratings last night, believe it or not. But
probably because more people are at home, right? Because that Rey Mysterio Andrade match had no excitement. It meant nothing. It was like, why was that even there?
Let me throw this out here. You watched the UFC No Arena show got a good response. Okay,
I thought I thought the UFC No Arena show wasn't that bad, but the rating was not good.
Here's what I'm saying. Why does not the WWE not do the same thing? The thing that makes the UFC especially you watch the prelims. It's empty arenas, but you've got a crowd of people in your corner, like 4 or 5 people, and their reactions actually can tell a story while the fight is going on. Why doesn't WWE have some guys just come out like they do in New Japan? A New Japan wrestler come out like that, and you can actually have kind of audible audience, even though if they're in the corner. I think it would make it better.
I think that's. I think actually that's a great idea. The only downfall of it is the question of how many people do they want out there. But if they could put 2 people in each corner who provide ambiance, I think that the atmosphere will improve greatly. And it can make up if AJ Styles or somebody was out there. It's not the right mix, but Selena Vega is talking a lot more at ringside, and somebody in Ray's corner like Carrillo, or maybe more experienced talkers like Gallows and Anderson with something with AJ. Yeah, I think that if the number of people isn't an overload, I think that's a great idea.
Well, here's the thing too. If you compare it, think about when Eddie Murphy used to do concerts in an arena, it's an audience, loud crowd. But then you watch a show Talk Soup, and there's just behind the camera, there's 6 or 7 people reacting to what the funny stuff the guy's saying. And that's really good. It's still funny listening to the people react sometimes, But I think we're onto something here. Here. So
yeah.
But what did you think of the Steve Austin segment, Dave?
It was awkward. That's what I would say. It was awkward. It was tough. You really realize how that stuff is kind of ridiculous unless it's played off of a crowd. Whereas Edge, I thought, was really good because he was just telling a story that you don't need a crowd for. But Steve Austin did not have a match or anything. He was just doing the Steve Austin act, and it felt just weird.
And Edge also had a little bit of an advantage that before he came out, they played a video, and during his in-ring, they played a video, which kind of added to the whole, you know what I'm saying? And then his intensity was I just thought it was very weird to watch, unentertaining, and very awkward, yeah.
Let me ask you this. What is the state of emergency? What are the CDC restrictions on gatherings of people? Is it 50 now? 50 or more people? Okay. Bro, I grew up watching Georgia Championship Wrestling, and there was 2 rows hard camera and 1 row of people on each side of the ring on the right side and the left side when you watched it.
It was fine, wasn't it? It was
absolutely fine. And I'm wondering if that is a potential, way they could do this going forward,
Yeah, kind of like NWA Power does, right?
With less people.
NWA Power is about 240 people. Right. So that would be too many.
Yeah, but to take 200 people out, just put 2 rows of however many people can fill 30 people in, Yeah.
Yeah. So. I don't think that they want fans at shows right now, even like that. And plus there's a certain number of people that you need just to do the technical show, so that's where that number 50 can kind of add up. Because I think the thing also is that Trump was talking about 10 people.
It is true.
And that made it impossible because that's what got Dana to finally shut down, because he was going to do a show with 50 or less people in Oklahoma, at an Indian reservation in Oklahoma every week. And then when Trump, who Dana's very tight with, said 10, Dana was at that point was just like, there's absolutely no way that we can do a show with 10 people. That's just impossible.
You know what? It's not. But think about it, though. At right now, it's kind of early to be talking about, like, it's impossible now because, like, at the height of this spread, it's like the last thing we need to do is try to figure out ways how to bring people together to do this. But going forward, I posted this on Twitter yesterday. I was having a back and forth with Bruce Mitchell about this. Is that what if sports going forward, the team is self-quarantined at home. They go however they travel to the arena that they're going to be in or whatever they're doing. They go to a hotel. They're quarantined in a hotel room. They take a test the night before. The test results come back the next day. The people that pass, you put them all together on a bus. You take them to the venue, and then that's how we do sports from now on. I'm thinking. I'm just speculating on.
Well, we may have a period. We may have a period very similar to that. When things start back. Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty scary to be. Athletes quarantined at home. They're going to go crazy.
Yeah. But everybody's going to start. The stir craziness hasn't started. I've been home for 5 days. I'm not stir crazy yet. But I'm in Vegas because you can go out in the mountains and hike and bike and stuff and everything. So it's like, it's different. But I'm not, there's a lot of social distancing here on the desert, on the suburbs, because nobody, lives close to. There's not a lot of, high rises that people live in here. The casinos are all shut down now.